Welcome to the Rooted Warriors, the podcast where the bonds of sisterhood are not just celebrated, but explored through laughter, tears, and everything in between. Join me and my two dearest friends as we dive deep into the roots of our own friendships, sharing stories and challenges. Whether you're looking for inspiration, advice, or just a good story, we're here to bring a piece of our sisterhood right into your life.
Well, hello, my aroma adventurers. This is Kat, and welcome to our fragrant journey into the smelly world of essential oils. This potent botanical extracts have been used since ancient times, from the embalming practices to healing rituals. Today, we're diving into their rich history and exploring the myriad of ways these natural elixirs can enhance our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Whether you need to calm the mind, invigorate the body, or cleanse the spirit, there's an essential oil waiting for you to transform your daily routine.
Hey tribe, this is Mighty Mo. I've got something powerful to share with you. For the entire month of February and March, we're going to come together for a cause that truly matters, helping women to rebuild their lives. Rooted Warriors and Relic headquarters are collecting donations for the Redwood Family Center here in Modesto. It's a safe haven for women who are on their journey to recovery, and we need you to help make a difference. We are women helping women, and now is the perfect time to give. If you're purging, cleaning out your closet, or if you just want to help, bring your donations down to the Relic headquarter office at 144 West Main Street, Suite A in Ripon, California. Drop-off times are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. What can you donate? Women's clothing, children's clothing, lightly used furniture, kitchen essentials, and household items. All of these things will go directly to the women and families who are starting out fresh. Each and every item that you give is more than just a donation. It's a lifeline. It's a fresh start. It's a message of hope. So tribe, let's show up. Clean out your closet, give back, and be someone who is there to support someone else. Drop off your donations today. Spread the word. Make an impact. Let's do it together. This is Mighty Mo, reminding you, feel blessed, be blessed.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. And sniff, sniff.
Yeah, sniff,
Sniffy.
sniff. What up, smelly ladies?
What's up, smelly cat?
Hey, smelly cat.
Smelly cat.
So I was thinking that we haven't really done a check-in
We
in
haven't
a
in a
while.
while.
And it's a new year. We should do a check-in. I want to start with Miss Andy because it is almost her birthday.
Birthday
Woo, happy unbirthday to me. Well, I just had an amazing brunch with my girls. I just got taken out and man, did they dote on me. They bought me coffee and champagne. I mean, I seriously couldn't be any happier. That's aside from the bag of little goodies that I got. So I'm feeling pretty
We love
special.
Yes.
I was
very,
very
very
happy.
special.
The birthday girl.
Oh, I love it. So as far as life is concerned, I mean, it is my birthday month. So every day I feel like a little gift is coming in that
Yay.
Greg's giving me and stuff like that. And
I love that.
yeah. So how about you guys?
I'm doing great. I've been in cleaning land and purging land, and I'm loving it like big time.
So are you taking a little bit of time off
I was
or
talking
you
about
just
the gifts I just got every day. And she's like, and I'm purging. And I'm like, and I'm getting.
I'm like, wait, what did I say?
Sorry.
Are you taking days off to do this? Or are you just using
Yeah.
your time wisely?
Yeah,
like your
so
days.
I got one extra day off,
I
which was
love
great.
that.
I loved it. And then like when I have Lottie, I try to like squeeze in things, which has been a little difficult the last couple of times because she's been very needy. But I try to get it in where I can. But I'm not like overextending myself. Like I'm making sure that like when I'm doing these things, I'm not making myself tired from it.
Mhm.
And I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I'm in a really good place right now, like spiritually, physically, everything. I feel really like chill.
Grounded.
Yeah.
Like it.
What a great way to start off a year.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Feels great.
Seriously. Forget about like, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's all about these holy habits. We're
Holy,
yeah, right? Back
What about you,
salt
Gina?
of the earth.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm waiting on a baby again.
Oh my goodness.
Waiting on a baby. So looking forward to this. I know I don't talk about Maddie very much on here.
Right.
But yeah, we're 33 weeks along.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's coming.
So we're
That's
just
fast.
kind
that went
of-
by so fast.
Seriously.
It did. Just put the nursery together last week.
It was fun. We
Thank
had fun.
you for
You're
coming
welcome.
and
I love you.
helping. So the nursery's up and we're just battling a couple little scares. She was in the hospital this morning.
What for? What happened?
But she was super nauseous last night.
Mhm.
She's just, some people just have a harder time being pregnant.
Yep.
I did not, but, and I was fortunate, right? But I think I come from childbearing history. This is what we were good at, I think. But her, not so much. She's had a couple scares with high blood pressure, which because of her age, they're worried about preeclampsia. And then she has a lot of pelvic pain, like extreme, like debilitating pelvic pain. So we've been dealing with that.
Are they popping? Is she her hips? My hips used to
They're
dislocate.
just spreading.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very
she's
painful.
just a mess. Yeah, I wish
Aw.
that
And she's
she
just
was
super
able.
young. She's young.
And I wish she was able to enjoy what her body is doing on the inside, but it's very difficult right now. And I think she's tired of it. Last night, she was extremely nauseous and did not sleep well through the night. This morning at church, she just kind of leaned over and was like, something's wrong. I don't feel good.
Yeah.
She was having tingling all over her body, extreme dizziness. And
Has she had her A1C checked yet? Like, she's not like, see, they didn't catch my diabetes until after
She's not
I was in
diabetic.
me either,
Yeah.
until I was in labor. And then they were like, oh,
she just got
shoot.
those checked last week. They did a whole blood panel on her because of the high blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
So I told her to go straight to Modesto to labor and delivery at Memorial, and they took care of her there. Come to find out, she did not have high blood pressure this time, which was great. But her blood sugar was down in the 50s.
Scary.
So,
Hypoglycemic.
Yeah. And that
Mm.
runs in my family. I had it with each one of my pregnancies.
Did
So,
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
How scary.
Very scary. My grandmother, my dad's mother, actually died in a hypoglycemic coma.
And your dad has it.
And my dad has
Really bad.
Really bad. He's battled it his whole entire life.
They say that it skips generations even.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Maddie may have I don't know, some of that genetic.
Yeah, could be. So, I mean, she's out, she's home, she's resting, but I mean, hopefully the exciting part is coming for her. So she's got her prenatal, maternity pictures coming up.
Mhm.
Oh,
so
how fun.
those will be very exciting. So she's getting ready to plan
Showers coming.
her baby shower.
I feel like we need to
coming.
move this shower up like a lot sooner.
Is it possible she's further? No, I guess they would have caught that.
No, but they flagged her for her blood pressure. So if she has any more issues with high blood pressure, any more concerns, they'll take the baby at 37 weeks, which is her baby shower.
Oh my gosh. See, they took
Yeah.
Jay. I went into labor, but I went to labor early too because I had high blood pressure. And the baby's heart rate dropped
Yeah.
when that happened.
like, I feel like we should be having the shower in like a week or two.
Yeah.
Should we up it?
I think
Or-
we should. I think that's something that we got to talk about
Yeah.
because I think that's way too far out.
Yeah, it's true. Cause
Yeah.
I planned it
We were
thinking
trying
it was
to
going
do
to be
the
a
weather.
very healthy pregnancy, springtime.
Yeah.
But I think just with the issues, we might have to do that.
I think we're going to have to push it forward.
And
but
everybody
I
will
still want to
understand.
shower her and just
well, we can still
make
do
her
that.
Feel
Yeah.
so beautiful.
We just need an indoor thing and make it really nice.
Yeah.
It's a good
And
idea.
I think we need to do it right away.
So that's kind of what I've been doing, just waiting on little baby Maxi Poo needs to stay in there and bake as long as possible because,
Yes.
we need a healthy
She's still mushy in the
baby.
middle.
Yeah.
Dough's not quite
Still a little
Yeah.
cooked
mush.
yet.
So that's about all.
Wow, that's a
going
lot
on in
though.
my
That's
life.
heavy.
Yeah.
Are you still sewing like crazy or what?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
She's all more than ever.
More than ever. I brought a bag to show you what I had done,
Oh,
but it's in the car. I forgot it. I'll show you when
Afterward.
we leave. But yes, I'm just crazy. I'm so obsessed with sewing, and I want to start sewing clothing. I decided to sew a bag, so like a tote bag. Did it in a couple hours. And I think it's so cute. It turned out so well. So,
I'm excited.
it's fun. And
She showed it to me.
I did.
And it's really cute. And it kind of has like a watercolor look to it. It's really pretty. A lot of pinks and purples. And she made it for her mother-in-law, Terry. So it says Terry on the front.
Aww.
And it has hearts that she sewed all along the front of it. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then she did a handbag, a
like
little
the
hand
stitching
roll.
is hearts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. And she put a little patch on the front that said, "This took forever."
It's so
That's
cute.
so
It's so
funny.
freaking cute.
it
I
is
love
really
it.
cute.
I think it's great. And I just love that you're doing this.
Yeah.
Maybe you should Etsy those out.
And then
Word.
it's everywhere we go. And we haven't really made any trips this year, but we did.
What, this year? It's been 2 weeks.
We-
Don't worry,
Yeah.
people. She'll be on a mission here pretty soon.
Back to the Riviera. No, I'm just joking.
We went up to Santa Rosa last week, and Adam and I, and he was like, I wonder if there's any fabric stores. I mean, he thinks about it before I do. I'm just like, looking at the scenery, and he's like Googling on his phone for me, like fabric stores.
She's like that TikTok of the little girl in the big coat. And then she's just like, that's Gina. That's literally Gina.
So he took me to a couple fabric stores. So that's where I found Terry's material for.
It's
I mean,
really
she just
pretty.
has a wild, very vibrant personality, and I wanted to find something that was very much her. For Adam's birthday, we're going to Napa, and he was saying, "Have you looked here? I'll do it." And he's looking for fabric stores. Yeah.
Aw.
Or like, here, let me
Yeah.
do it.
Or I've been embroidering. So for his uncle, they play Call of Duty, and they have this whole family team that does it. And Adam had bought him a Call of Duty hoodie. So I embroidered on there for his uncle. So that turned out really,
that's
really
cute.
well.
That's
yeah.
super cool.
So yeah, that's
I
it.
love that. That's so
Yeah.
fun.
I want to retire and just sew all day long.
So funny you mentioned that. We just got, I told you we didn't get Christmas presents. We bought equipment, but we bought heat presses so we can heat press hats and shirts.
Oh, that's great.
I can't wait to do Rooted Warriors
That's
stuff.
so fun.
But you've got me all inspired now because I'm all, ooh,
yeah.
what can I do that's
can I
like
heat
that
press?
or whatever? Yeah, what can I heat press?
Last week I spent the day with Adam's auntie, and she sews. She's the one that taught me how to sew, and she's just so incredibly talented. There's like she writes children's books, so she just released
Jeez.
another children's book also. But
What's the name of the book?
I'll show it to you.
Okay, cool.
It's all about her children and the kind of the plot of land that she lives on.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, there's
I
let
love
me
that.
look. There's a couple different. I think this is her. I want to say it's her second children's book. It's called Hello, Lila. And I don't know what the one before that is called. So I'm a shitbag, but
Real supportive.
you can order it on Amazon. I do know.
Well,
know
what's her
that
name? And they can search it by author.
because I just ordered it. So Nikki Weinman Rogers. Weinman is her maiden name, and then Rogers is her married.
Like WYMAN?
No, WEIMAN.
Oh, okay.
Weinman. And she wrote it and illustrated it herself.
So, fun fact, I've wanted to boo my dog. I've been wanting to write about his adventures because I always joke around in his voice or whatever. But how inspiring that she's actually illustrating her own.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Something else than just writing.
shows how
She's
talented
like,
she is.
everything that she does, she's so talented. So she was like, oh, I did this. And so she made these dresses for her granddaughters that are like 18th century Renaissance.
Oh my
my
little-
gosh.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to have her on here.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for
She's
sure.
she's such an amazing
Oh,
woman.
let's make
Yeah.
this happen.
Next
One of my
guest,
favorite.
Nikki Wyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogers.
Oh,
So
Nikki Rogers, though.
And I don't know if you own a church. I don't know how that works, but they're not missionaries. I don't know the right word, but they have a outreach church in San Francisco, a men's ministry where they bring them in. And I don't want to say things wrong. So, cause I'm not 100%, but they bring in like wounded, like men from the streets, not wounded, but
Kinda.
Addicts and things like that. And they rehabilitate them in the church.
Oh, that's awesome.
So her husband is a minister. Her son is a minister.
Wow.
And has his own church. And then in San Francisco, they just opened a women's ministry there.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Maybe we can donate to them.
Hey,
Yes.
see what happens when we get together.
Oh my God. Light bulb.
Light bulb.
So they're just, that whole entire family, they are so talented. Each and every single one of them. It's just crazy how blessed this family is.
Yeah.
They're so great. Even, to the grandmother, and she's in her 90s and she's like such a whippersnapper. She's so amazing. But even her story coming from the Philippines, and her husband was I believe a Marine, and coming to the United States. And she was, not a seamstress, but she made all of her children's clothes, I think.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that's so cool.
Yeah.
No, we definitely have to have her on as a guest.
She wrote children's books for the church, I believe.
Wow.
She's just amazing. She's amazing.
And how great that she's the one that taught you how to sew. That's super cool.
So I got to spend the day with her the other day and kind of show her what I've been working on. We went to a fabric store.
Did she give you a bunch of advice or anything? Did she help you?
She's always very helpful and very, very encouraging. And then we just have like little sew days. So I'm looking forward to a sew day because she's going to teach me. She's at a Modesto.
Oh.
She's going to teach me how to read patterns, how to use patterns to make clothing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that is my ultimate goal.
Your
goal. Is I want to make clothing.
Different than what you've been? Because I've been looking at patterns too, but should I have been starting somewhere else? Because I've been looking at basic, easy patterns like beginner.
Even so I have like at home, I have 2 beginner patterns, and I have taken them out and put them directly back into
that bad. Oh, shoot.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I need to go to school for it, but she says it's very easy. So,
well, you guys can have the sewing. I have zero desire to sew. I don't have the patience for that. Gina was showing me the quilt that she's working on for, I think it's Ophelia, correct? And I just don't have the patience for that kind of thing. I can tell you right now, like it's not going to be my jam. So I'll let you guys sew up a storm. And
you're
going to
open up your own online little wellness center.
Yeah.
Your candle store.
Whatever.
Candles, cleaners.
You know what's funny is because I'm always business minded on everything, but these things that I'm doing, I have zero interest on it being anything to do with business. Those things are for me and my family. You know what I mean? And for my friends, like it's nothing that I hope to ever take to market.
Right.
Weirdly, that's the same thing though. Blissed Out was never for anybody. That was for us.
Right.
That was not a thing. And then it's just like, I have something that might help you because they have eczema or whatever. Right. And the more it got out there. So I'm telling you, you wait. People are going to, you should make me some. And all of a sudden you're going to, I don't know, hopefully you don't have to
don't get crazy on me.
Right.
Well, we're talking about essential oils today.
Yes, we are.
And I'm excited about that. I've been using essential oils for a long, long time, which a lot of people would not believe that because they think I'm like, obviously the opposite of a hippie. But I have been using essential oils in my home. I started diffusing about 18 years ago, something like that. Back in the day, I used to make an air freshener with alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, but actual liquor alcohol and lemon essential oil or whichever one I wanted to use in water. But I love essential oils. I use Eden's Garden, their Headies for headaches. I did that for a long time. I use doTERRA. They have a deep blue. I use that on my chest for my asthma instead of chest rub by Vicks. I just like how it feels. It opens up my nose a lot better.
Right.
Whenever I'm in a real bad allergy season or having an asthma attack, I always use eucalyptus oil in my shower and do a steam shower to open up my lungs. So I have been a big lover of essential oils for a long time. And then I got Katie and Hannah are both into that as well because I was into it. And then Katie started doing doTERRA and Young Living because she was buying it. So she realized it makes sense to be part of it.
Do you guys have animals in your house?
Yes. So, and I have hyperallergenic dogs because I am allergic to dogs and cats.
Mm-hmm.
So is Hannah.
Have you ever read about the dangers of essential oils and diffusing with pets?
No,
it's
I have not.
It's a big deal.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Well, and you know what? We can do some more research on that, but because you already do it, and I know that Bart has had some issues. I'm not saying you're doing it. I'm just saying
I'm killing my dog.
No, but I think it's especially cats, but right. Dogs too. And people don't realize that they're doing it. They didn't. I mean, I figured out the hard way. My cats actually got sick one time. Jeez. And I found out that it had to do with the essential oils. Had to do with that, and I didn't know anything about it. But yeah, pets are very sensitive.
I did not know that. Did you know that, Gina?
Mm-mm.
I didn't know that either. And
I'll look up a little bit of stuff while we're talking.
One of the things that we were talking about for today was understanding kind of the history of essential oils. And I know that the early uses go back to ancient Egypt, 3500 BCE. And the Egyptians were among the first people to use them, and they used them for medicinal purposes, for beauty, and religious ceremonies. Mm-hmm. Two of my favorite essential oils are frankincense and myrrh, and they also use cedar wood for embalming and mummification. So I think it's kind of interesting that some of the things that are kind of trendy and modern right now go all the way back to Egyptian times. Mm-hmm. And I know that you had talked about how they used it as kind of like money. Yeah. They would trade it kind of like how we had talked about before about bartering. They used it as a trading.
It was a form of moolah.
Yeah.
Currency.
Which is, I mean, I believe it because it's like liquid gold.
Yeah.
And when you see how they make essential oils, it's a lot of work that goes into that and a lot of money. That's why it's expensive.
Well, and they couldn't just go to the store and buy it. It had to be, you know what I mean? They had to ship it and transport it and all that stuff. So it wasn't just like readily available.
Exactly. And you should be worried if you're buying a super inexpensive essential oil because what did they not do correctly? And now you're putting it in the air. Is it safe?
Yeah.
So that's why I think things like places like doTERRA do so well because, they've been known to create a good product and that, that you can, ingest it.
Right. Quickly, going back to dogs, oils like tea tree, cinnamon, pennyroyal, pine, sweet birch, wintergreen, and citrus oils can be harmful if ingested, inhaled, or applied to their skin.
That's crazy.
And then respiratory issues also, especially cats, but airborne toxins in general. But the breathing, coughing, wheezing, it'll cause that, and skin reactions, neurological effects. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So lethargy and incoordination and stuff like that. They're having those issues. A lot of times it can have to do with that. So anyway, I just looked that up really quickly, but.
So it takes 2,000 pounds of rose petals to make 1 pound of rose oil.
See?
Wow, that's wild.
Expensive. And
with essential oils, a little goes a lot way.
Yes.
A lot way.
A lot way. We knew what you were saying.
We got it.
It goes a long ways, right? So you only need, even if that bottle costs $25, right, you're using, 3-4 drops. And,
right,
it's not like you're using 30, 40, 50 drops of this oil.
Unless you're me, I go excessive with everything.
I mean, unless you're making huge, gallon size of laundry soap.
Or you have a large diffuser because some of the diffusers will take more than that, but most of them are little. It's like 3 drops.
Exactly.
Did you know the smell of essential oils can trigger powerful memories?
That makes sense because smell triggers memory. So that I could see that. Like spick and span reminds me of my grandma.
Oh yeah, I guess so. They could do that. Yeah, depending on like what did you learn about that? Like what kind of oils?
That can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back.
She's like, I'm already past that, Auntie.
Frankincense brings me to my spiritual self.
Yeah, just nothing in it, just one thing. It's just, I guess in general, smells can bring back memories, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
I just thought maybe there was like I guess so. Okay.
And then, Chinese medicine has for a long time used essential oils. The Yellow Emperor was known to document his use of essential oils and which kinds he used for balance and energy and treating illness. Yeah. So it's interesting because really it was a big part of, medicine back in the day. And they used it for a lot of religious things. And it kind of makes sense because I feel like, I like frankincense and myrrh, and I've been using the heck out of it in the house, and I feel more grounded. I feel like my home is more of a sanctuary.
And it was a gift given to Jesus too.
It
And you got to
was.
wonder why.
There's
you know
a
what I
reason
mean?
why.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So there's categories of essential oils. So there's floral,
Mhm.
right? Like rose, jasmine, chamomile.
Mhm.
Lang, lang.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Funny story about that one. I put a
Lang,
bunch of
lang?
it. Lang,
Lang, lang.
I put a lot of it in a bathtub one time, and I had a massive, massive asthma attack. The worst of my life. So I put that and chamomile in there thinking it was going to calm me down because I was like feeling anxious. I had the worst asthma attack. Literally, snot was coming out of my nose. I could not breathe. I was coughing up huge things of phlegm, and then it went away. As soon as I took a shower and got all that off of me, I was totally fine.
How much
Fun
did you
fact.
use?
I
Because
told you
it's a
I
lot.
I do everything in excess.
Yes,
So
she
it was a huge bathtub, but I was like and dove my little body in there. It was a nightmare.
She poisoned herself.
I was like,
Oh my
all of a sudden I
God.
was laying there. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling calm. And then I'm like wheezing nonstop. Like, wait, what's going on? I'm having an asthma attack. I was like, okay, just breathe, just breathe. Then I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I could not breathe. It was so bad.
We have to think about it, right? Because essential oils are used for many, many, many things.
Yes.
That can help us with, mental clarity, relaxation, clearing up our lungs.
But like anything, it could be toxic when used
100%.
inappropriately.
Yeah, if you're not using it right. And if you're using
Maybe you
like
shouldn't mix certain ones either.
yeah. Or
Right?
put 75 drops.
I was
She
gonna
said, I don't know,
say.
I put the bottle.
She's
I
like,
know,
it
what's
was
the
more like
problem?
a half a cup.
What's the big deal? What's the big deal? But yeah, so we have to proceed with caution on certain essential oils.
I don't have allergic reactions to anything. Right.
I believe it.
Ever. I'm not
It's a
allowed
Gallup
to.
thing. It's a Gallup thing. It's a Gallup thing.
We were in Santa Barbara over the summer and I had ordered this all natural. I'm not going to say what it is, but he was at work. I'm going to take, a bath, which I love.
I remember this story.
Taking bath and get in it. And my body was on fire.
What were you using?
It turned so red that it was almost purple. I had to call Adam and be like, you need to what is it called when they go to the store for you? Like, it's not Grubhub because that's food. But
DoorDash.
yeah, DoorDash. Like, he had to send
I was
them
like,
to
are we
the
playing
store.
charades? I'm like,
No.
I don't know. It's Uber.
To go get me Benadryl. Like, everywhere where I was in the bathtub, and I was not in there long.
Do you know what you were using?
I mean, I do know what I was using.
Because hot oils can do that. Like if they don't have a proper carrier oil with them, like clove and cinnamon and things like that.
It was like it's OCEA is the brand.
Okay.
And it's something that I ordered online because like all natural, it's supposed to be very like therapeutic.
Yeah.
I was like looking forward to taking this
Which is why
bath.
we have to be careful. Just because it says all natural, just because it's essential oils or whatever, it does not mean it's always safe.
No, and I probably did the same. Like I overdid it and put a ton in my bathwater. Like, oh yes, heavens. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I'm itchy.
Me with my Epsom salt, a whole freaking bag in the thing. Guys, I don't know why I'm so swollen today. I ate 4 cups of soup and I did a bag of Epsom salt. And I had 5 diet sodas.
Okay.
I had 5 diet sodas. What's the problem?
So yeah, more
and I'm on my period. Why am I retaining water?
Whoa.
Okay. So less is more.
Less is more.
Right.
Mhm.
And you know, I think all of us, like when we diffuse oils and stuff, a lot of times we're like, oh, I want it to smell a little bit better. So you put a little bit too much.
Yeah, like 16 more drops.
Me, right?
Yeah.
So, but you can tell when it's in the air that it's not right. Like you should be able to smell it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is not that your whole house smells like cinnamon bark. Like if your whole house smells like cinnamon bark,
You might kill your dog.
you might be killing your dog, your child, and your husband. Like you don't need to do that. Just a few drops.
Use with wisdom.
Yes.
Yes.
Educate.
Caution.
Educate and do
And
your
also,
research.
it's expensive, and you should buy the good stuff. Don't buy the cheap crap that
Don't
is
buy it
not
at
right.
Walmart. Yeah,
Buy the
don't
good
get it
stuff.
at Ross.
And because you're buying the good stuff, you don't need as much, and you're going to be more cautious not to use as much because it's expensive.
yeah.
A little goes a long way.
Little goes a long
Yeah.
way. Do you guys believe that certain essential oils help you feel closer to God or more spiritually connected?
I believe that there's some that are like used back then for like purification,
Mhm.
you know? And yeah,
Mhm.
I believe so. I think that in most cultures,
Yeah,
you know?
I think so for
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
For me, I totally believe it.
I was trying to look up what I had.
I
had
need to
on
go
that.
bathe in that shit.
Trying to dip your ass in frankincense.
That's funny. Yeah, they say that they use it for meditation.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're using it for meditation. And so if you think about it, that's what prayer is a
is
form of
meditation.
meditation.
Which is
Mhm.
like when Robert's on and he talks about meditation, like I get it because, you know, when I get into a
It's just a
prayerful time,
different
it's the same
word
thing. It's the
for
same thing.
prayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
they
It's
say
just prayer.
sandalwood and frankincense are really
You know,
good
I
for that.
really like sandalwood.
Do you?
Yes, I actually love it. And, you know, I feel like I don't use it enough. I really like it.
So sandalwood would be part of the woodsy oil
like,
family.
oh yeah, you were
Oh,
telling
you're
us about the
telling us. Get
family.
back to
Sorry.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got
Back
sidetracked.
to the families.
Rooted warriors. We do that a lot. We get sidetracked. Go ahead and tell us. So we were in the rose category or something.
That was the
Floral.
category.
We went haywire from there. So tell us
like
about it.
lavender, chamomile, lang lang.
Oh, that's where I got it started. Ling ling. Took me on a tangent.
Citrus, like bergamot, lime, orange.
Bergamot's my
yeah.
favorite.
Minty. So
Yeah.
things like
Eucalyptus.
wintergreen, eucalyptus, peppermint,
Oh.
spearmint,
I have
right?
all of those.
Right?
Woodsy, like cedarwood,
Love
sandalwood.
cedarwood.
I love
Love.
those ones. Spicy, like cloves and cinnamon. There are herbulous essential oils.
Like the
I like
earthy
that word.
ones.
So those would be like rosemary and
Or
Basil.
oregano, basil. There's resinous
Ooh, I've never heard of
Ooh,
this.
Like amber.
frankincense.
Oh,
Myrrh.
my favorites are
Yeah.
in there. Wow.
So those are in the renus. Oh my,
No,
my
no,
God.
my goodness. What was that?
Renus.
That was so.
It's going to take me 16 times.
Yes. Yes. That is correct.
Okay. There's earthy and sweet. So
Okay.
like patchouli and sage.
Oh, I love patchouli, and
Yeah.
it's like such a not like great thing to love it.
What a
'cause
hippie.
you're such a hippie.
Such
But
a hippie.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it smells so good. When people smell like it, I'm like, oh, I love
That's
it.
so hippie of
So
them.
cool of them.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I use it.
Here she goes.
I actually diffuse it a fair amount.
Do you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fun fact.
And then exotic and rare. So neroli.
Neroli oil is one of my favorites.
Mhm.
It's expensive.
Tangerine oil. Yeah.
What kind?
Tangerine.
Ooh, how is that?
Not a citrus.
Yeah.
Well, it's exotic and rare, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's
Huh.
a process.
Maybe it's
Tangerines
more
are little.
rare than
Have
Yeah.
they been to
citrus, yeah.
Florida?
Our tangerines
I don't know.
grown in Florida.
I mean, oranges are.
So those are the categories. So now
Okay.
you're educated
Educated.
a little bit more
That's
on,
so
on where
cool.
these are coming from. You know what would be cool would be to take a class. We're so ambitious here.
We are.
on Rooted
From our
Warriors.
chair, we are very
But
ambitious.
We
to
are.
take a class, seek out and take
Aromatherapy.
a class on Well, we like perfumes.
I love
perfumes. But what are
I'm a
we
Joe
putting?
Malone girl.
What are we putting on our body?
I
What
don't
are
know.
we putting on the largest organ?
You don't
on
want
our
to
body?
know.
Look, girls,
Right.
I'm giving up a lot of things.
Right.
Joe
But
Malone
Joe
is not
Malone
going to be
is
one.
very, very earthy because I've seen what he has, and he has that whole
It's
line.
It's a she.
Whoever. It has
from
the
another
whole
country?
line.
England.
Yeah, it has the whole line of their more natural ones, right?
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of this, my favorite one is the myrrh.
yeah.
So, which is
And
kind of
which
funny.
you could probably make it
I probably could.
yourself.
I could.
Right? We
yeah.
could go to a place where you make your own perfumes,
I think that'd
and
be
then
fun.
you don't get all the chemicals.
They used to have one in Slow.
Is this going to be another hobby of mine, guys? I don't have enough pantry space
for perfume.
I know,
So,
right?
this is getting out of hand.
She'll make space.
I'll make space. Bob, we
I
need to build
can't.
another home for all my projects.
We need a she shed in your backyard for all of our projects.
Well, I asked Bob because I have 2 storage sheds out there that Bob has different things in. I said, well, what about if like one of the sheds, I made it a she shed and you put like an AC in it so I could put all my candle stuff in there? And he's like, no. And I was like,
why does
what?
he get to be the boss of it?
Oh, he's got to be the boss of something.
Yeah. Your response to that is, okay, I'll just rent a building.
No, I told him, I go, well, I think what actually makes more sense because we have a bunch of storage units because we have storage units for stuff for the restaurants. And then we have 2 of them with crap from the kids that no one is
secret
ever
spot.
going to want. I haven't seen it in years and years. No one wants that.
Seriously, I know.
Then we have the 2 sheds on the side and then the garage is full of crap. So I was like, we should just rent a big warehouse, go through everything, take everything out of there. Not just throw it in because we'll have time. We're not moving or we're not being forced out because we couldn't afford the storage units or something. So let's go through it, sell things, part of the purge.
Right.
And he looked at me like I was a crack addict. He was like, no. He's like,
So where did you want the she shed in the backyard?
Yeah, right. So which one are you?
can I get that going for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really get anywhere. I did take him out in the garage and tell him that he needed to take certain things out and put it at one of the warehouses.
He just needs to hire somebody and boss them around and tell them
I
what
tried
to
to
do.
tell him that. I literally tried to tell him that. And I'm like, this way I can get the treadmill out of the office and I could work out here again. Like it doesn't need to be in the middle of my house. Like I don't like that. And he goes, well, let's go out there right now. I'm going to show you like, this is not all my stuff. This is not all my stuff. So we go out there and he shows me a few things. Like there's some restaurant stuff in there. And I go, okay, yeah, great. That needs to go to the restaurant storage. That needs to go in the garbage. Why do you have all of these things here? Like,
It's time to purge,
I'm like,
Bob.
I literally just helped you in 10 minutes what needs to go so that we have room for a freaking treadmill.
Yeah.
Plus like a whole lot of else in here.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, well, I just wanted you to see it wasn't like all me. I'm like, no, it is you. This is your space.
You're like, this is still all you.
This is still you. It's still your space. But we agreed to disagree. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to fight. I had my coffee in my hand. I'm like, I'm not trying to fight. I'm just
No, I
saying,
just woke
like,
up, man.
Like,
Yeah.
let's work on this.
It's all about peace and love, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace and love.
Peace, love, and purging.
So you can say something easy like, I need a she shed. And he says no. And then you're like, oh, well, you're right. I don't need a she shed. This is what we should do. And then you give him the list of let's get all of our storages and do this and do that and do this and make it this giant project. And then he's like,
The she shed
I'll
looks
take
pretty
the
good.
she shed.
yeah, where did you want to
Where did
put
you
that?
want that?
Should we put
Would you
it
like
under
me
the
to paint
tree?
it for you?
Yeah, I could do
Like,
that
we
for
could do
you.
that. We could totally do that.
Sounds totally reasonable.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, problem solved.
Done. Dunzo. Anyways, so where did
That was off
Another
subject.
tangent.
Oh my God.
How did we get there? 'Cause
We were
we're-
talking about oils and making our own perfumes.
Yeah. So we're gonna add that to the list.
I
of-
can't wait to see what
possible
Monica
things.
looks like next year.
What do you mean?
Oh,
A year from
my
now.
gosh.
What do you guys mean?
She's going to come in here in like a prairie skirt and an apron, smelling
guys the
like
link.
patchouli.
I sent you guys the
She
link.
is an extremist.
Right.
So we can do things in moderation,
Right.
right?
Not me.
Not her.
Not me.
Right?
She's gonna come in with her
This
basket
is why I
full
can't
of
do
bread.
drugs, guys.
It's-
This is why I can't smoke pot. I can't
Yeah.
smoke pot because I will be smoking 15
Yeah.
million joints a day.
All of a sudden, she's opening a dispensary.
No, literally, all in 5 dispensaries.
She's
I'm like,
growing
hey,
herself.
Cody, hey, Cody,
Yeah.
Day, hook me up. Like, I'm going to own a
She's
bunch
like,
too.
I bought land in India to grow this new form of
marijuana.
marijuana.
No, it's
Yeah.
like, this is why I can't do drugs, why I can't drink very much.
It's
like,
over the
this
top.
is why.
Everything.
Yeah.
So extreme.
Yeah.
Extremist.
But
you
I become
are.
really good at it. So if I was going to be a pothead, I'd be a bomb ass pothead.
You probably would. Totally, right?
Just,
Well, I
I'd
was
have
just-
the best bongs.
I was
that's for
just
sure.
in her office. I'm like, what is all this shit? And she's like, whoa, this is my
I'm like,
candle
hey,
making.
I need you not
this
to
is
call this
where-
shit.
This is not that.
This is valuable stuff here.
This is it right
Valuable
here.
stuff.
This vinegar cost me $1.08, and I need you to respect that vinegar.
Yeah.
It's changing my
I
life.
can just smell her a year from now.
With her armpit
She's
hair.
all got dreadlocks.
That'd be so fun, though. That would be so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
She's
my
like armpit hair, like wearing a tank top.
It's all beads are on my hair. Whatever.
With her little jingly
Driving
bracelet on her
an
ankle.
electric car.
Never. I will never drive a freaking Prius.
She's like, make love, not war.
you guys are so dumb. Whatever. You guys are haters. You guys are such haters. Like, here I am embracing your culture. And now you guys are hating on me.
It's our culture. Oh my gosh.
The whole back of her house is full of stickers.
Mystery spot.
The Winchester house. Oh my God. I'm dying here. Oh my God. Pull it together, guys. We're supposed to be talking about essential oils.
We are.
Not about me being a hippie next year. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It was too
She's
funny.
going on a retreat.
Shut up.
Have you ever heard of ayahuasca? Oh my gosh, because she's going to go way into it.
I canceled my trip to France.
Bob, we're going.
Gonna go on a meditation retreat.
Bob's going to be wearing flip-flops and jeans.
You guys are ridiculous. Greg, you're gonna have to edit all of this, Greg.
No way. No way.
This is too
my
good.
great.
This
God.
is too good. It's true.
It's too
It's true.
funny.
But you know what? At least I'm no quitter.
At least you have great follow through.
have great
my
follow-through.
God.
And it's 100%.
Oh my God.
my
You guys would be laughing when I have my own perfume company.
We'll remember this day.
Remember this day. I become Gina's manager for her.
We'll be like,
clothing
show
company.
us your pits.
Yeah.
My pits or my tits?
Both. Yeah, at that point, we don't know. She's.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, this is
Almost peed
hilarious.
My pants.
That was so funny.
Oh, Jesus.
That was too funny.
We're gonna break to a Poise commercial.
brought to you by the Wandering Fox in Linden.
Oh my god.
Where dreams can become reality.
Yes.
No,
Oh
but
my God.
but either way, laugh as you may, I'm embracing it, and I said that I would, and I really am, and I'm thankful for it. Like
You're doing really good at it.
I'm really happy though. Like that's the thing that's the funniest of all of it is that I have been the biggest critic and making fun of certain things. Like you guys are like whatever. I love this, and I found a lot of happiness from it.
But how many
So,
people are like that and they haven't like kind of went outside that box yet?
100%.
So the fact that you're doing it with so much intentionality is the reason why you're enjoying it so much. Because you're
You guys
just
are having
like
so much fun with this. Yes. No.
because you're already blowing our minds. So we just know how you are. Have you seen Falcon's Lair? I'm just saying. Next is like, she's going to be like, so I'm having this retreat at this beach. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. You guys are invited. It's going to be something crazy. You're going to be doing
We're
big
making
things.
our own myrrh.
I didn't do it all. We're going to be making essential oils before long.
Oh my
but
gosh.
no, I mean, honestly though, like essential oils are amazing and they've been using them forever. And I've used them for a long time, but now that I'm doing my own cleaners and stuff and I'm putting it in them, it just has a whole different feel about it.
So with that, then we're going to kind of go into the uses of essential oils. And aside from the normal aromatherapy diffusion are the topical applications and the bath additives that we've talked about and the cleaning products and the personal care things. The other ways that you can use it is like natural insect repellent. We talked about the enhancing meditation and relaxation. And did you know that you can maybe make your own wardrobe freshener?
Oh, that's cool.
In a spray bottle, because I love linen spray.
I do too.
Oh, me too.
So if you can just come up with like a decent, like some scents that you really, really love, then you would be able to just put it on your clothing and freshen your bed.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And then they have a sleep aid, and that's chamomile and bergamot. And then people, although it's sometimes controversial, the whole cooking with it. You can cook with it.
I was just going to say that, like a food grade.
Yeah.
So it says lemon, orange, peppermint, basil. They're all safe to digest in very small amounts.
So think of our mocha. You could put a drop of peppermint oil in it, make a peppermint mocha and things like that. And then weirdly, you're also, because it's a real essential oil, you're getting a benefit from it versus just a flavoring. And, but anyway, she talked about the ancient wisdom, but there's psychological effects and what you were talking about with inhaling certain essential oils, they can affect the limbic system and part of the brain that supports the variety of functions like smell, emotions, and behavior. So it just sort of depends on what you're using and what need you need it for. And you can actually make your own little, you can kind of mix them with whatever. Yeah, you can totally come up with your own blend.
So like, I know that like Maddie in the beginning of her pregnancy was super, had a lot of morning sickness. And so we were using like peppermint oil.
So
for morning sickness.
It works.
Yeah,
for sure.
The thing about peppermint oil too is it's sweet on the end of it. So if you just add a couple drops to whatever it is that you're doing, as long as you don't put too much in it, it'll sweeten whatever blend you're putting together. Peppermint to me is one of the best essential oils. I love it.
So it says it can help with digestive issues. So peppermint, ginger, and fennel.
Well, digestive
for nausea,
right?
Bloating, things like that.
doTERRA has that one blend, digestives, I think is what it's called.
Digestives.
Yeah. And you rub it on your belly when you're not feeling good. And I swear to God, it works.
Wow.
It really works. My girls both love it too.
Peppermint oil, like we were just talking about, it's also energy boosting.
And mood, like mood enhancers, right?
And the same thing with citrus, a super mood enhancing that way.
Makes sense.
It's actually oranges are a happy smell if you want to be happy. So
what's your favorite oil?
I was just going to say, what are our favorites, right? Here, let me go first. I love peppermint I love peppermint, but I love bergamot is my favorite.
Bergamot is really good.
My favorite blend though is Stress Away by, Young Living.
Okay.
And I think actually doTERRA has its own version.
It has its own version.
So it has lime, cedarwood, lavender, copaiba, octia.
Never heard of it.
But vanilla extract. So it's got the vanilla being even though that distillation's a little bit different than regular essential oils, they add that in there. And oh my gosh, I'll have to bring you guys some. It's so good.
Oh, that's
that
cool.
blend is amazing. So it's super relaxing. You were talking about cedarwood.
Which one? Which company? Not the doTERRA.
It's Young Living is the one that has Stress Away.
doTERRA.
It's called Stress Away, but I'm sure doTERRA has its own version of that. And then you could just kind of make it yourself if you want a little bit extra, and maybe you want more lavender and less cedarwood, or vice versa, or whatever. So those are my favorite. What about you? What are your favorites?
So obviously frankincense and myrrh are top on my list.
Frankincense is so good.
So good. But, obviously I use a lot of eucalyptus because of my asthma. So I like that, but it also kind of reminds me of having asthma attacks. So even though I like it because it works really good, I don't love it. One that I surprisingly hate is lavender.
That's not surprising. A lot of people don't.
I hate lavender.
Gregory hates lavender.
I hate lavender. It smells like piss to me. I hate lavender. So if you have it in a bathroom and you have the lavender going, it's like somebody pissed all over your floor. I cannot stand lavender. That's why.
Oh, interesting.
And then you had COVID.
Yeah.
Did you lose your sense of smell?
For like a day. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I think I still have issues.
So I still have issues too, but the first time I got COVID, I had the long COVID, completely lost my sense of smell before I got sick. I just woke up and I couldn't smell anything. And then like, bam,
You got hit
me like a train. It took 1 year. I had opened the coffee shop and never smelled coffee.
What
It
the
took
heck?
me 1 year to be able to smell coffee again. But when I started Googling, because it was driving me crazy.
That's nuts.
Remember my mom couldn't smell?
Yeah, because you remember she was using those things that you put in your nose for sickness.
The Vicks
No,
sticks.
she couldn't. She was,
Wait, no, now I remember why she really lost it.
Okay.
Anyway.
No. She hadn't been able to smell for many years. But when I did lose my sense of smell, I started kind of researching it, and smell is you use it takes, it's not just smelling, it takes the memory
of that
to do it also.
You have to train.
So yeah, one of the things that Google said to try to get your sense of smell back was using essential oils and starting at the ones that weren't very sweet. So maybe the woodsy, and then every day smelling. And then it's almost like you had to teach yourself how to smell again.
Like those
using essential
connections
oils.
have to make again in your brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember when they told us to barbecue the orange or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Or but that's citrus.
Yeah.
And it's the same orange oil.
I have a very disordered sense of smell now.
Really?
Yeah. Still, I can't. I can smell everything, but it's a weirder smell. Like you say, lavender smells like piss, and that's why I asked you.
Yeah, I know. It has always smelled like that to me. And
How weird.
Like a lot of people will buy lavender things to make you like relax or whatever. I do not like the smell of lavender. And patchouli is surprisingly I would say is probably my favorite.
And it's not always a favorite of people's, patchouli. So it's interesting that you chose that one.
So frankincense and myrrh, like I said, is like my big guns. But if I had to pick of the three, it would be patchouli.
So very earthy. So what families were those again? Were those like earthy blends?
Resinous.
Because I'm a Renaissance gal.
Yeah.
Right.
Resinous.
What about you, Gina?
You know what? Rose drives me crazy.
Yeah, you
In a
like
good
rose.
way?
love the
You
smell
do.
of rose. And I never used to be that way. I really like lavender. I used to really like lavender. Rose, it drives me crazy. I love the
Really?
smell. Yeah, for sure.
Do you like to mix it with, like, what's the best thing to mix rose with? Do you
I
think?
just look like your candle smells great.
Thank you.
Whatever that gypsy.
It's bohemian
I'm all gypsy
rose.
shit. Yeah,
Of course it is.
Smell
It's
so
a little hip.
Can't
good.
just be rose.
Yeah.
Is that what I
bohemian.
have? Is that what you
You
get?
Yes.
have you have bohemian rose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Smells
so good.
Yeah.
And that's surprising because I'm not always a fan of rose. So I loved that.
So I use I love Joe Malone. So I have the myrrh one, but my other one is rose. Is their main rose one. And I told Gina, because she told me that she's obsessed with rose. And I'm like, you're just obsessed with me. Because I have that on half the time.
Right.
Is the rose one. And she's like, okay, whatever.
But it might be a familiar smell to her.
I think it
yeah,
is.
And
I
that's
think it is.
and she's so close to you like that maybe it's
She associates it with an old lady named Mo.
Oh my gosh.
But I told her we're just getting old. So we like certain smells now that we probably
It
didn't
changes
like.
our palate, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. Like I love caviar.
Oh my gosh. You know what's weird? Speaking of caviar, here we're going to go right off the deep end again.
We're so off.
What is wrong with us
But that's
today?
okay.
I know, right? So I was watching people that says when you hit your 30s, like when you hit your birthday, when you hit in your 30s, it just hits different. And they were taking fast food, like I don't remember, like a In-N-Out burger type thing and chicken nuggets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this sounds so gross, but the way that they were doing it and they were drinking wine with it.
Oh.
And she was like, I just wanted this. And she literally took a big old thing of caviar and smeared it on the top of the burger and the chicken nuggets. I was like, that better not be expensive caviar.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
That's sinful.
That's sinful.
That is sinful.
Against the law.
When we were in Mexico the first time, I had escargot.
Oh,
Was it
you
good?
did it.
I did
You
it.
did it.
Well, I don't really have a choice.
Was it good though?
I loved it.
I had it
Yeah.
once and I thought it was delicious.
I've never
loved it.
had it. I'll
Yeah.
have it when I go to France this time.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really, I think I had 2 dishes of it, 2 servings of
Oh,
it.
wow. You really
Really?
did like it.
I did like
Oh,
it.
Katie
wow.
loves it.
Yeah, it's great. I think our palate changes, but I would definitely try.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me because I really like snails. Like I'm like the kid that didn't squish the snails. Like I played with them. I loved them.
Like poke their
and
little baby
roly-polies.
eyes.
And the little roly-polies. I love them too.
I love them too.
So like for me, like eating the snail seems like mean.
My brother used to pour.
I'll slaughter anything else, but this snail.
My brother used to pour salt on them, and I'd freak out completely. I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And everybody was doing it, and I was.
I won't let the lawn guy like put out the stuff to kill them for my roses. I'm like, no,
let him eat them.
It's okay.
Just kidding, right?
These are my roses, and these are my snails.
I have essential oils for that.
They probably do. They probably do have that. Well, any other input on essential oils to close us up, ladies?
I mean, neem oil, by the way, will work for snails.
Is that right?
Look up neem oil.
Oh, okay.
If you want your cat to stay away from something,
I don't have a cat. I hate cats.
Orange oil. They
Or
don't like
neighborhood
citrus.
cats.
There you go. Because I have one right now pooping in my yard.
See?
I can't stand
So
cats.
what kind of citrus is it? Is there a specific
I think it's
one?
orange.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadie's a digger.
Mhm.
And this is totally off subject of oils, but Sadie is a digger and likes to dig holes in my backyard. So I bought a jug of cayenne pepper.
Ooh. You're mean.
She doesn't like that.
Poor Sadie.
She doesn't dig anymore.
Oh, yeah, she can't breathe anymore. Your dog's
It just
dead.
took one time.
Your dog's dead.
Yeah.
She's all,
Just
well,
took
that
one time.
sucked.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that. So
That
I used
sucked
to
big
like
time.
to dig.
You sound like my
Not
mom,
anymore.
but now I hate her. I love your dog, Sadie. Dennis, sorry, Adam, not a fan.
Yeah.
Not
Sadie's
a fan.
a sweetie too.
Sadie's so sweet. And then she's bullied by Dennis.
Yeah.
Like when we showed
It's
up
the
at her
Frenchie.
house.
He was biting her mouth. He liked
Her
to bite her
mouth.
mouth.
She's in an abusive relationship
Yeah.
with Dennis.
Oh.
Well, Dennis loves Charlotte.
Oh, the little one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's my obedient dog.
She's really sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very, very sweet. She likes to lick, 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 lick. She doesn't have any manners, so she'll lick the hell out of you.
Oh.
But if you're like, Charlotte, go to bed, she just goes right to bed.
How
She's
funny
so
is it that her
sweet.
dog's the same name as my granddaughter?
Lottie.
But Charlotte's the same age as Piper. We
Yep,
got them
almost
at the
to the
same
day.
time. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then Sadie's a puppy.
She's perfect.
Yeah. That's
I
why she's
love
an
her.
asshole.
I love her.
Yeah.
But Piper is a Frenchie, and she's 3.5 now, and she still is a little Dennis-y when it comes to Boo Boo, when it comes to Zeus. And it only tolerates her, but she chews on him. Not chews on him, but when she'll like nip him right here or whatever, you can just tell he just allows her to do it. But
Dennis a menace.
seriously, I think they're all the menaces.
This morning we got home from church and he's all, say hello to the kids. And I was like,
What kids?
my kids aren't here, dude.
I don't have
I
children.
went upstairs and he was like, oh.
You broke my heart. This is our baby.
He's like, hello, worship him.
No.
That's funny. How is Dennis doing?
He's pissing all over the place.
I thought he was sick and stuff. Is he better now? She's like, unfortunately. I'm just kidding.
We better be nice. Adam's going to listen to
I
this.
know, right?
I love that dog.
There's a fine line.
Here's
between
the thing
love.
about Dennis is he's like a little human. Like he understands everything that I'm saying to him and he really knows when I'm mad at him. And I don't want to be mad at Dennis. Well, who I want to be mad at is his bad daddy.
Right. Bad
So
parenting.
It's bad parenting. It is not Dennis's fault. It is just how he's been raised.
Yeah.
Right.
But he is the most human out of all the dogs there. It's weird Adam and his relationship. Like it's just so neurotic.
Well, he looks at you like he knows things.
Yes, he does. So
That
I'm
one
like
blue
sewing in my sewing room and I'm looking over at the couch and he's like, "Would you say Dennis?" And I'm like,
Are you talking to the dog?
Dennis said he doesn't have any water and he's thirsty, Mom. I'm all. No. Dude, he goes over there and there's no water.
No way.
Their thing was empty.
No way.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Oh my
They're very
gosh.
connected.
They're very connected.
But if you were
Yeah.
to talk to Greg, he would tell you that Piper is the same way. She just kind of looks at you like she knows things.
Yeah.
And while you're like, why don't you listen to me? And you think it's like a lack of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually because they're like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's very human. He's like, I chew things and I know things.
I rebuke that.
Yeah.
I chew things and I know things.
I'm gonna buy him a sweater that says I chew things and I know things. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
You're going to sew him one. I'm just kidding.
No, I love him. It's his dad.
It's his dad.
Bad dad.
Well,
Yeah.
when we got Millie was basically a rescue dog, and she was a mess. And she's she's like a poodle mixed with something else. I'm not quite sure what. She's like a mutt, but she's
like a terrier and a poodle.
Yeah,
or
something like
yeah,
that.
That's right.
And when we got her, she was all matted and she couldn't eat out of a bowl and she was really messed up. Like she was beat. You could tell she was beat.
Where'd you get her?
We got her from a girl that worked for us. Her mom was kind of fumbled and it was the mom and the boyfriend's dog. It was bad.
Poor dog.
So, and then she also had a,
Hernia.
A hernia. And it was really bad hernia. So she would like get sick all the time. It was a mess. So we got her all like patched up, whatever, but she was still weird. Like she had weird skittish habits and you had to feed her on the ground, like not in a bowl. So she had some weird stuff. So we got Theodore. And when we got Teddy, I told the kids, I'm like, hey, if this dog's fucked up, it's on us. Like we are bad. We're just bad dog parents.
Right.
Like Teddy's like fresh meat. Like if we screw this dog up,
then
it's on us. So like
can't blame it
like
on
Teddy's got to be a
else.
good dog. Otherwise, like we're just bad dog parents.
Teddy the nurse.
Yeah, he's perfect. Teddy's perfect. Like other than he barks too much, and it's because he's very like protective or whatever. But Teddy is perfect. And then Bart, he's a puppy and he's a Labradoodle, so he's he's a lot. He barks a lot, but he is a perfect dog.
Sir
love
barks
him.
a lot.
I love him. So yesterday I was feeding Lottie and Bob was gone, and I had her in her high chair in the kitchen, and I was feeding her, and the dogs went ape shit crazy, like way more than normal. And I turn around and my pool guy is in my living room. And I'm like, what's going on here? And the dogs are going nuts. And now Lottie's crying and he's like trying to talk to me about the pool or something. And
He
like,
came into your house?
yes. And, he's a nice man, like whatever, but we don't have that kind of relationship. And so he's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. Like, give me a hug. And I was like, okay. And he's like, where's Robert? I go, Robert's not here. I'll have him call you. Like, I got to get back to my grandbaby.
You should have said he's upstairs, but
the
he's
dogs
indisposed.
went nuts and Bart was going to take his neck off. And I was like, good dog. Because even though Bob the Pool Man's a very nice man, no one should be coming in my living room.
And you wouldn't have known had they not told you.
100%. So even though I get upset at them for barking too much, I will say they are serving that purpose. And if I didn't have my husband, I would for sure need that. And like a friend of ours came over last week when I had Lottie. His name is Shane, really nice man. He brought some gifts from him and his wife. And the dogs went nuts when they saw him because he's a big man and they freaked out. They were like, like, we don't know who you are. So,
They're like, you're going to have to leave.
Yeah. So even though I hate that they bark a lot, that's probably my biggest thing. And they need to learn to not bark when I say not to bark. That's, that needs to be
We kind of
fixed.
deal with the barking thing too.
That kind of bothers me.
I think dogs just bark.
Yeah. It's like
They are
we talk.
dogs.
Yeah.
Just like how we get
That's
off
how they
topic.
express themselves.
It's kind of like this was about essential oil.
Listen, remember, this was about essential oils.
Not about Bob the Pool Man coming into my house. I went on like 50 tangents today. Anyways,
It's what we do.
Enjoy this episode.
This was a fun episode. I will say that. Thank you for joining us on this smelly journey through the history and the benefits of essential oils. From the ancient rituals to the modern wellness, this natural wonder continues to play a powerful role in supporting health, relaxation, and vitality. Remember, a single drop can hold the essence of nature and nature's healing power. As always, stay rooted in truth and growth. This is Mighty Mo. Feel blessed, be blessed.